Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the fifth-year quarterback, Jameis Winston, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as they match up with former MVP Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
And no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jameis to throw it. And that's complete. It's Allington. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Looking at stuff. I don't know about rating that. I think Matt had to go do something as well.
From the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, what a move. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Panthers now under head coach Ron Rivera. And they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
There are a number of great quarterbacks in the NFL, but I have to believe that the prototype in terms of look has to be Cam Newton. That stature and frame, almost breathtaking when you see him in person. And now he's starting to put it all together with consistency in his game, throwing, running, leading.
Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne. And he powers his way up past the 30. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. And here now the offense for Carolina.
And what a workhorse is Christian McCaffrey, the running back for the Carolina Panthers, who led his team in rushing and receiving yardage in 2018 and was also the team's leading scorer. How about this? Set an NFL record for catches for a running back with 107. So for an encore, he just wants to get his team back to the playoffs in 2019.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Winston. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and, then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Winston throwing complete to Mike Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Luke Kuechly, the all-pro linebacker, in on the stop. This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. We'll look now at our starting defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tackles.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And that'll be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our interior. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start on the ground with Barber. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Winston. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And the Panthers coming out now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton, throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to do.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Winston. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This is Allington. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good. Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril. Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Newton now to throw. Smith catches left side. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
McCaffrey following the penalty. Call it a gain of a couple there, as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And the tight end Olsen, right side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. In on the stop, Vernon Hargreaves.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get it. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Oh, the return is Mickens. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Well, he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the 50, Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check. Lucky. 8.
McCaffrey, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading back out there, a look at Peyton Barber. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Ellington. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They go play action here on first down. That's Samuel, caught left side. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So that'll back him up 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Newton now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Carolina. And we mentioned before, Cam, the all-time leader in rushing TDs by a quarterback, so everyone he gets from here on out for the rest of his career, just adding to that lead. So what you're saying is that if you're a young kid who wants to play quarterback in the NFL, and that's the record you're shooting for, good luck. You got some work to do, aren't you? By the time he's done, he might have double a second-place guy. Gano for the extra point. And it's 21-3. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Cam able to take it himself in for the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Here's Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jameis to throw it. And he's got this down to the 35.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a man open down the middle of the field and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now Winston. This will be caught just inside the 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Newton now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Check. 20.
From the gun, here's Newton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton forced out to his left and avoids the contact by sliding. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Newton. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. But first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in Week 2. In the early window, lots of good matchups to choose from. We'll highlight the game in Detroit, a big one for the Lions, as they'll square off against the L.A. Chargers. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the New Orleans Saints. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, a good one down south. A couple of recent Super Bowl teams from the NFC. Philadelphia heading down to take on Atlanta. In our game, it was Cam Newton who led the way in that first half. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton, but it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Where's Dark at?
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Is he hanging on his wife? That's one.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
Not bad. He's better than me.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Who won?
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more. Past midfield. taken down at the 15.
Who won the ring
Big
race?
play there on the option. 46 yards on the ground. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game?
Just
11 more on that one and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
It doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. An option pitch we saw. We don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility
I think his career is over.
option in college, more teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added a third element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
And we're expecting it 6 weeks, and then Damon Landry going to be traded.
Drive that time of 6 plays.
Nothing if he gets traded to the Patriots. That's what people put in the comments.
Gets fielded in the end zone. And no
Yeah, he requested a trade. He got mad. He got mad.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have
Brown.
planned.
No, it's Brown.
Some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after
Darden set my trade. He had me for a trade. He didn't give me any good
have
play.
up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
He had Charles Gordon air jump.
And that's complete. It's Allington. And he's going to lose yards. They take it down to the 26.
The DB is like someone else. If he doesn't mind me that good, I'm like, I don't need a DB. I need a quarterback.
They're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
I could get Brady for him. I should say Charles Gordon or someone else, but I don't know if I say Jordan.
And that is well short of first. Only 2 on the screen pass there.
What if I give him Jordan zone? But I'm not doing both. Then I won't have to run back. I'm not going to running back.
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Justin Evans. The free safety rolling all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the pass to the QB there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Ellington. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On play action, Winston. That's into the hands of the tight end, Leggett. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Peyton Barber, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the third, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep for more. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They coming off a touchdown drive. The last time they had the ball, that cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. He's got a man, complete.
What happened?
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They got a holy flag.
So take away the touchdown. It's kind of been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
You're dumb how to kill in time.
On second down, Barber. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Jameis throwing here. That's complete to Perriman. And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
it is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Winston throwing complete to Mike Evans. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down. Winston, the offense, with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Fighting David now, I get it. He couldn't.
Play action now. Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the shotgun, it's Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Throwing, Winston. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous. And Winston lost the football.
I saw what I was saying to you.
Plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The real people, the athletes.
That's not fake.
No, the definition of fake means it doesn't exist. It means it's not real.
They're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. Incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Panthers will get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to them and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Airing it out for Olsen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When we talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
21 yards there on third down. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Newton. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Newton on 3rd down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st and 10, Newton fighting through pressure. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Laughing.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
More credit than that.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big.
Okay.
Screen pass.
I didn't see Jeff Gordon win the most popular driver award 21 years in a row.
Still, ended up with a solid game.
15. Highest.
Ninth play of the drive.
That's his fan base. That's his fan
mile.
base. Junior Nation's huge. No, it is not.
Gordon is better than Canada.
And that is incomplete.
Okay, yes. Hold on. Jeff Gordon, yes, Jeff Gordon did get more wins. Jeff Gordon definitely got way more championships than never won a championship, which he should have won at least 2. But, so that's true. I do agree with you that.
There was contact.
But in my opinion,
they kept that flag in the back
this
pocket.
is because I am biased. I'm hella biased. I'm hella biased because
for a touchback.
I mean, I don't know. It's something about Junior that just like
they had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense.
Junior fans are just kind of like
capture that again on this drive
when it comes to cup drive.
Yeah, and that's
Xfinity, all Junior Nation goes for Junior.
So I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Big shot tops it here with a pick.
Yeah, but Jody's George.
Turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. This is McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up.
almost like it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
It's literally every game is the same thing.
Well, we ain't saying talk about stuff.
Okay, the reason why he plays the reason why he keeps playing Apex is because he sucks at NASCAR.
Taking a shot for Samuel.
You know what a race with us.
And that'll be incomplete.
GG.
Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one.
Okay, ready?
Now it's third down.
TG got so mad he was going to rage quit.
You still taking shots
because he kept getting wrecked, but he kept putting himself in that position. And I watched him come up the turn from the top to the bottom because his car was so loose.
You can put yourself in jeopardy.
He probably put on like loose 9 as soon as he came off the corner. He was in the apron.
He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
No, you were not leading that whole race. I led more laps than you did.
Want to ride all the way to the finish?
Yes, you did. You led like 4 laps, 4 or 5 laps.
They're letting him throw because they feel that confident in what he's getting done. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On second and 11 now. Newton, throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina.
You're literally fighting a losing battle when you say it sucked. Because they're passionate.
Now to add the extra point.
You're not gonna. What you say won't affect what they think about.
Push the lead up to 29 now.
You know, like it's not gonna change their opinion. You're literally just talking to a brick wall. They don't care.
And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We get a look at the Carolina defense as they work their way into position. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick 6. Because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone. But their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty. Got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
I'm not little by any means. I'm probably way taller and bigger than you
as a result of that hit there.
6'2", by the way. I highly doubt you're taller.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
He can make it.
I know he is. You basically are. To me, you are. My sister, who will be 16 in November, is taller than me.
Finds Godwin complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And she's still growing.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
No. You have to play Arkham Knight to know who that is.
Winston.
Actually, I think it's Eddie's.
Evans has it left side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Whatever, it's not.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Jameis now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Winston now. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Dude, this truck is so bad.
Ricky. Check the backer.
Damian Drake?
Barber on 1st and 10. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Justin Watson. His first touchdown of the new season.
There's a lot
and
of
the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, I think the Bucs got it, and they did. Tampa Bay football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it,
like
the lone kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into
animated
it because he
movies,
doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes, it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
That's because I'm a big Flash person. Nobody asked me who my favorite DC hero is.
They need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
He died twice, actually.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back.
No, he died twice.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw, Winston.
He got shot in the head, but he got shot in the head, but was fast enough to keep himself alive for a little bit.
Credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
What the fuck?
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
He died twice in the Flashpoint movies. He died twice. I'm not, you just said 3. I'm talking about the other thing. They're not all connected. They're not all connected. It's, I forget what it is.
They're going to take it all the way down.
That movie
and just
is like separate.
Offense.
They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.
Saw what Joey
they think they can follow
said?
this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong.
Well,
Whatever you call
what Kyle
run,
Busch
pass,
said.
it's all going to work.
That's called being
literally
in the
like, I've answered the same fucking question like 8 times.
So for
Can
the
I
Panthers,
go? And somebody said, no, you got to wait for NBC.
Schedule to their advantage as they move
and then
to
somebody asked him a question. He said, I'm just getting here so I don't get fined.
As they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona
Nick,
Cardinals.
I already knew
Meanwhile,
he
for the
didn't want to talk.
Buccaneers, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gala. This is the NFL
complaining about the
on EA
unfunny
Sports.
team when you beat them every week in the Truck Series, you piece of shit. You beat the unfunny teams.
Okay, and no, if they get rid of unfunny teams, there won't be any teams left. There has to be the Penny Series and Truck Series all unfinished.
And the 52 car didn't do nothing wrong. He couldn't get out of the way. He was running by him. It's just like he had nowhere to go. That's just part of racing.
Well,
Ty Busch would have been smarter.
Mark Jr. did the same thing at Richmond a couple years ago, remember? But he said something about a legend, like somebody who had just came back for that one race. I forget who it was. You remember?
Well, he probably could have got out of the way. The guy like Logano, Gambetta was passing him before he couldn't go high. It was just.
I was talking about like the thing from a couple of years ago. It's at Richmond. Yeah, he did shitty. He did terrible. I've never seen you win a race with me, Joe, and Panther in it. I'm telling you the truth. Yeah. Hey, Joe, Panther, has he won a race with all of us in it? Or at least two of us?
Nope.
I thought. In NASCAR Heat 4. No, NASCAR Heat 4. I'm talking about current. I'm not going back in the past. Yes, you did beat us before, but one of them was at Talladega, which was stupid because you literally wrecked the whole field just to get up there, and then just completely, you look like you. And then you also had to like basically turn Joe around just to keep your 10th place. Remember that? Yeah, you did, Joe. Remember, like it was like over the weekend.
Yeah.
The hell can these things were set?
So punchy.
Because you're behind the screen. Uh-huh. Back.
I know TG's gay.
Alright, TG, get it out of your mouth before I hear his. Hold on. Wait, hold on. That's what you literally did for like a minute straight. Oh, pictures, dude. Duh, when in doubt, whip out your phone. Oh, so you're gay. You're gay. Any straight male, either in their relationship or not, would look. It doesn't matter. If you... Respecting.
That's not.
When do you respect women? Hold on, rewind. I've never seen. Who?
TGF, looking is not disrespecting them. That is actually respecting them. You don't.
I'd love to see you try, dude. I'd love to see you try, dude. No. Oh my god, TG, you literally one of those, like, dude, you literally like those annoying preppy kids in school that I literally just want to punch in the mouth. I want to break their jaw so they can't talk anymore. Like, you're that annoying. We know, TG, we know he works at Walmart. We also know he has a side job, but you wouldn't know that because your head is too far up your ass. GG, a job is what you don't. A good job that you like, a job that you would want, is something that you're happy, like you love to go to work. You don't dread going to work. You know, that's. YouTube is a job if you actually had a following, but you don't. And trust me, I ain't following you.
What?
Yeah, TG, he actually pays bills.
Yeah, and he doesn't need government checks to pay his bills.
Really?
No. The federal minimum wage is like $7.25.
What? Walmart, you can make like $11. I think my Walmart,
Yeah,
you make
literally,
like
you
$11.
can go to Bank of America and make $17 an hour. By 2021, you can make $20. It's crazy. But I don't know banking stuff, so I wouldn't know what to do. I'd have to be trained, so I wouldn't get as much money. I hate Pocono. I hate Pocono. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because I can't do turn 1 to save my life. Oh. Oh my god, this truck is so tight. Fuck you, Matt Crafton. My goal position is 3rd? That's impossible. If you gave me any other track, it wouldn't be that bad, but I suck at Pocono. I'm actually trash. Yeah. Yo, TG's getting on my nerves and like hitting on my head. Like, and like he's not even talking to me, he's literally talking to Matt, but just the constant repeating himself is annoying.
Oh, what is going on with the V? What they're doing?